All right, guys, I think we're live. What's happening? Shady here, Duke Togo, D-Buck, Premier League final day. Where do we even begin?
I think we have to start with the top four battle, which Leicester ultimately fell short from a 14-point lead. And that is bad.
You love to see it, man.
That is
well,
bad.
as a United fan, you love to see it, yeah.
That is bad. But I was adamant that Leicester weren't a top team, right? They have a good 11 set of 11 players, right? That they can play every week. And they just had the benefit of just playing once a week, playing that same team for like 3/4 of the season. And I was like, oh, when all the other teams playing them, they had to rotate, they had to do this. I remember they played you lot, and I think they lost. And I was like, you know what, Leicester's not even all that. And then when we played them, we was beating them comfortably. We scored the second goal, and then VAR said, nah, no, that was a dumb. I think it was like the tightest position. It was dumb. That was the first thing. And then we went on to lose, and then we just gave them like the boost to go for the top four. But I just thought they were just lucky, as in they were playing good football. They got good, first team. You just take one player out, and it seems to crumble. It's like, especially when I think Vardy and Didi got injured, then they were struggling. Then the break happened, and then since the restart happened, they just couldn't.
Yeah, their form's been poor, hasn't it?
When you think about it, Tottenham sides beat them, 3-0? That's embarrassing itself. That's like for a team that's trying to get to the Champions League. And then maybe it's right. That squad would not been able to handle 2 games a week, in my opinion. It's evident that they're struggling now. Look at all the injuries they've got. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's good news for United. They not only did they get Champions League, they got third.
Finished third, man.
Third.
What can I say?
Second,
to be honest, I don't even want to get gassed because the way it all has panned out these last few weeks, man. We've limped over the line just about, man. It's not a great feeling, but
I think United fans should be very happy.
On paper, it looks very good, unbeaten since
you should not have been top 4. I
agree with that too.
Leicester had.
I agree with that too.
Like, if they were decent, they would have wrapped up. They would have been
out of the equation.
They weren't fourth. They were third.
Yeah, with a nice little cushion as well.
They were closer to City than the chumps down below. Us lot all fighting for fourth. Leicester was clear.
You know what that says, though? The quality of the Premier League is not really what we might think it is, isn't it? Obviously,
everyone hypes it.
You got 2 top teams. Let's give them credit, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But the rest of the teams, the looking at the points tally, I think I don't even want to. Okay, all I know is our points tally right now in previous seasons. Yeah, you're finishing 6th, 7th. It's not good.
Season's been a bit funny. When you think about it, everyone had a lower score count apart from obviously Liverpool, and I don't even know what City finished on actually, but I'm sure it was pretty high. But this whole season was a bit funny. So like they weren't, apart from the top 2, everyone was just taking points of each other. No one was really like looking solid. Someone will look solid for like a good few weeks, climb up the table, and then suddenly they'll go on a bad patch of form, and then they start going down. So it was you know what? I don't rate a lot of teams in the Premier League, but then at the same time, like I think the same can apply to a lot of leagues. Like you'll have like 1 or 2 good teams, and the rest are just average, really. And I think that's the same for Prem. But I think Prem is still stronger than most other leagues.
Yeah, I'd say like if you took the average, of the Premier League and compared it to any other league, yes, that the Premier League would be the best in it. But in terms of like the top teams, I mean obviously, again, I rate the top 2 teams in this league, yes. But you look at us, you look at Arsenal. No, they're not a top team. My bad. You look at us, Chelsea.
They're finishing on top 10.
Oh,
say no more, innit? What? Where they finished 8th?
I don't even know that.
Bro, in and around Burnley, Sheffield, and all that, bro. I'm not even wasting breath on teams that finish 8th, man. Come back in 2021 and then
Might be FA
maybe
Cup
we could
winners, though.
talk in it, yeah, but that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, man. I'm not gonna. I was hoping, yeah, that Burnley and Sheffield United got a result, so that Arsenal finished 10th, but
10th. Nah.
8th, I'll take that as well.
I know it was a tight game in the end. It was 3-2.
Yeah, didn't they? Wait, they went 3 up, didn't they?
Yeah, they were 3 up.
That's mad.
And then I think Luis gave a penalty again.
When I heard that,
he broke the record for the most penalties in one season. I think he broke the record.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's nonsense, man. That's nonsense.
And Chelsea obviously finished 4th. With Wolves fell off, man. Wolves fell off.
Yeah, they did, man.
But that's the thing.
But at the same time,
Wolves are similar.
Wolves, you know what? Yeah, they. Would they have
signings away
taken that? That's what I'm saying. They probably would have taken, because when you think about Wolves, how long have they even been back in? That's so. All things considered, they're now finishing. They were in the equation.
Yeah,
top 4 until not that many games ago. So like you're saying,
and they still got they still got a chance to get in the Champions League. They're still in Europa, so. All it takes is to win that, and they get to play in the Champions League as well.
They ain't winning Europa. Come on.
Yeah, I don't see it. But
Jose's winning Europa. Jose has what it takes.
This season.
No, this season is still going.
It's still going on. Remember,
Europa's completely forgotten. I'm thinking Champions League.
Yeah, it's one-off games.
Wait. So
Adama Traore just rips.
Wait. So if they win that,
they get Champions League.
And Chelsea don't get Champions League.
No. It's a separate thing. Place.
So 5 teams will get.
5 teams. Yeah, it happened before. Remember?
Oh, I can't even remember that.
Remember when who was it? Chelsea or something? Chelsea didn't get it or something, so they still finished. They won the Europa, so there was 5 teams. No, it was United, wasn't it?
Yeah.
United.
The season. Yeah. So
United didn't.
Yeah, under Jose.
United didn't finish top
4,
and there was 5 teams.
Jose abandoned the league in it with like X amount of games.
Right, it was right.
Yeah, it worked out well.
I respect it.
It worked out well.
I'm hoping he doesn't do that to us, and hopefully we actually in the top 4 before he he might get to December. So you know what, we're done already with the league.
Exactly.
Well, if it gets you Champions League, that's what matters, man.
Strongest team in Europa straight away.
But it's definitely one of them things where if you say all eggs in the Europa League basket, then bruv, you can't fail in it, man. So, but for Wolves, that's different because it's not an expectation.
Wolves got a hard bracket as well. I think they play Olympiacos and they've got Sevilla or Roma.
Olympiacos, I think they can deal with them. Sevilla now, that's a different thing. Like,
yeah, definitely.
That team's built for Europa League. Like,
yeah, so
I swear they win it back to back.
They won it 3 in a row or something.
Yeah.
That's when they had
3 in a row. Like
that's when they had. Who did they have back then?
You have to respect that. Europa League's no joke, Like,
you know what? I think it might be even easier to win now. I think like before it was just a slugfest, man. It was.
There's warriors in that league. There's warriors there.
Well, if you look in the last few seasons, I think Arsenal finished. They got semis and then final. Chelsea
they got destroyed. I love it.
I think, apart from like Frankfurt, I think they were comfortable throughout the whole Europa, and it's just the case of if you avoid them Champions League teams, there's no excuse for you not to beat a team
Champions
over
League
2 things.
Most of the times, it's not even the big teams. It's like the mid Champions League type of teams. Like you don't see like a Juve or.
And then they go on to lose to some dead team anyway. Like
that's there's warriors in there.
Ajax lost or something to some awful team. Who else dropped? I think Inter's still in it. And I think Leverkusen.
Inter could win that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Olympiacos in it. That's who dropped from our half group. But I think Wolves signed their best player, so I don't know how that works. I don't know who's gonna win, but it's Wolves. It's not like you said. Wolves. They probably would have taken that 7th.
Yeah, definitely.
But it just shows that the depth that these top teams have over teams like Leicester and Wolves and Sheffield, because Tottenham had no right finishing above Sheffield and Wolves. And we still
that's true.
So it just shows we just have, not that we're playing good football, we just had a bit of quality up front, and that's the difference, really.
That's literally it, man. That's literally it. So D-Buck, what did you think of your manager celebrating sixth? Like,
well, he celebrated like
he did the great escape.
When I saw the end of it and he's jumping on, I was like, did we get Champions League as well?
Exactly.
I was like, what? I had to look at the table quickly. I was like, what happened? See him jumping on everyone. I was like, whoa. But I think that was
he might say this is his biggest
No.
He
might be.
Come on, why are you disrespecting Shady? Oh my gosh!
You see, I got to leave the bait out. Skiba took it straight away, man. Go on.
If he gets top 4 with Winks and Sissoko, that would be a bigger achievement than finishing second with United. I think that guy. We have not won one midfield battle at all since he's been here. Imagine that, like Palace dominating us again. We was I see Song flying into like last year challenges for blocks and stuff.
Bad.
Well, we parked up that second half.
That's crazy, man.
Harry Kane said, "Oh, we heard the score from the other games. So we took it
so
easy.
We know what we had to do.
So we parked up. But I think I'm happy. I think Jose will get us top 4 the next season. I think.
You think so? Yeah.
I think like it's weird, right? Like we're playing awful football. But then I look at stats and then I'm like...
Getting results. Because even I caught a little bit of his post-game interview where he said, look, was it after the restart or after he's come in or something, they'd be top 4s?
Yeah.
Something like that. I was like
after the restart,
that's a bit mad still.
We'd be third. Yeah. So it's like...
Yeah.
I'm like, we're playing so bad football, but if we took it from when Jose actually took in charge of the club, we'd be top 4 or something. So I'm like... So maybe all we need is, if we change our CMs... They're awful, and our fullbacks. Just that alone, and even if we play Jose football, I think we'd be fine. I think we need a centre back as well. Actually.
Would you take that as well? Yeah, you take the way that you're playing.
I have to accept it.
Yeah. Well, I guess once you get,
I will accept that football if we win something, 100%.
Yeah.
I would not. So who am I to say no?
Exactly. Yeah.
If Jose comes and does what he says, wins the trophy,
he will
then bounce.
Trust me.
Then I can't say
worth. Yeah.
Even if like the football was just horrible and just, I've come to terms with it now. Like when I watch it,
he's gone, he's touched something. You get me, like
and hopefully,
statistics say
look at his statistics now. He'd be in top 4. Like we was 14th when he joined, so
give him a window,
and he's playing the shit players as well. That's the thing. That's what annoys me. Like all the good players stay on the bench. Like I need the shit players to play right now.
Did Ndombele touch the pitch?
No, he's out for the season.
Oh,
yeah. Well, no.
What happened?
He had an injury or something.
Oh, okay.
That was like a couple of games ago.
Boy, okay.
We had Sissoko, who from so outside Crystal Palace's box, a ball gets squared to him by Aurier, and he had such a million things must have gone through his mind because he didn't know what to do. Like outside the box, no pressure as well. He dummies it.
No, maybe there was someone behind, so let me let you finish.
There was no one there. He dummies it, and he's thinking, what's happening? Like he looks to his left, Crystal Palace already attacking. They get the ball from that. They get the ball. They get a corner, and we can see it from a corner.
Nah.
From a dummy.
That's the worst.
And you know what kills it? What kills it after that? Yeah, he was having them like he was. His second touch was a tackle. It was them ones. He did. Then after that, he had such a bad touch. He had to tackle someone. Then like all the variables out of position trying to cover him. Had to take a yellow card because of them. Then the third one, which just summed up his game. The ball was just coming up to him outside his box. He takes such a bad touch. He's lost control of the ball. He tries to recover it with his. Obviously, he's got pace at least to recover it most of the time. Pulls his hammy. When you lose control of the ball and you just holds his fingers like,
pull up. Yeah.
I was like, your touch was so bad. You pulled your hamstring. You had to get taken off after that. And that's how bad it was.
Nightmare.
But that's how bad our midfield is. Sissoko and Winks are just awful players. They can't really do anything. And then we have got better players, but just obviously Jose don't trust them. So hopefully during the window we'll sign a DM that can just sit there, and then hopefully we can play our better players. And then then maybe we can play better football. I can't judge this football because he's playing the worst players. Like I don't think we've ever dominated anyone, even under Poch, with like Sissoko and Winks. Like Norwich came and dominated us, so and then the bottom of the table. So what chance? Palace 6 games on the bounce they've lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Haven't scored a goal in 6 games.
But obviously, when you lot come along, it's a different ball game, innit?
The charity comes. And then we was getting dominated. If you tell me this team lost 6 in a row, we was getting smacked. Everyone doing last challenges. Harry Kane had to come back and DM again. The preferred position. That's crazy. But we got 6, so
yeah. At the end of the day, innit, when it comes to the end of the season,
we got Europa, and luckily we didn't finish 7th, so I don't have to worry about if Arsenal did win the Europa. Then we get.
They would, they knock you down.
Out, so I mean, they can still knock us down to like qualifying stages, but we're still in Europa. Who are going to play really in the qualifying? And then,
for real.
But what else happened in terms of mid-table?
Chelsea dropped Kepa.
Oh yeah. Chelsea dropped Kepa for that game, so maybe he might be done.
I like Lamps, because people are comparing him, pretty much directly to Ole, but some of the things that I'm seeing him do just shows that he's not really here to be playing games, innit? I look at the little spat with Klopp on the touchline where he's screaming obscenities and saying like stay in your lane and all that. I'm like, that's the passion I like, innit? Because I think to myself, would Ole do that? Nah. In fact, Ole would still be sat 15 rows back, with his hands like this.
Top manager, don't say too much. Ole, that one. Don't talk too much.
All right, let's come again, and then that's it. That's his job done. Water break, he'll be patting guys on the back, and so
that's one thing I don't have to worry about when it comes to Jose. Imagine someone says something to him, he's flipping out.
For real, man. We've seen like Jose poke people's eyes out. He's down to scuffing it, man. Yeah. So
that's one person you can't really talk to.
We know that.
What do you even say
can't
to
say
him?
a thing to him.
You can't really talk. That's one person you can't really say anything to.
Yeah, man's been sacked and whatnot, but every job he's gone to, he's won something.
Yeah.
So let's just bring up the mid-table after. So Wolves 7th. That's a decent thing from us.
They'll take it, I think.
Arsenal 8th, so that win took them above Sheffield and Burnley. And now Sheffield had a good. You know what, Sheffield? We got to remember this is Sheffield's first thing though, yeah.
Yeah.
They got promoted this season, right? So it's their first season in top flight.
They did really well, innit?
And they were fighting for Europe right to the end. And obviously a few injuries and stuff. I think Burnley. You know what? Burnley had a decent season.
They just quietly just went about, doing what they do. But
Southampton 11th. You know what? Southampton from
getting smashed with 9-1
9-1. You would have put money on them to going down because they look finished.
Yeah.
It's from that.
I thought Ralph Hasenhüttl was done, man. From getting smashed. But I was just waiting.
They've been playing good football. Danny Ings.
Yeah, he's lit up, man.
They got a few good players, and I think
they do, innit? Yeah, you got a room for Højbjerg.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to be our number 1 target, apparently. So hopefully he can play a DM. I haven't seen too much of him, so hopefully he can just sit there and let the things. Everton 12th. Now I think that's really bad for Everton. I think that's really bad. Because they signed £40 million players. They're not signing 10, 12, £40 million players.
Exactly.
Like they got like Keane scored today,
Moise Keane, yeah.
He's got a tap in.
Fam, and didn't he make it 1-1 and he was dancing away?
He started dancing. It was his first goal.
Any Daniel James, man.
Just doing away of the Wolves. I was like, bro, I was like, come on. And what happened? They conceded straight after. They got kickoff cleared straight after. Man was still dancing. Daniel James. Bro, Everton have a mare. Like,
Yeah,
got Ancelotti in.
That's what I'm saying. Big boy manager,
and then just whoever they signed, they spent like 40 mil or 30 mil on Iwobi and all their players are like 40 million pound players.
Yerry
Bernard
Mina and flipping Gomez from Barca.
Yeah, there was like 57 mil combined deal.
Yeah, for real.
The only deal
Igni as well. The left back.
The only deal that I think that they done well in is the Richarlison. But even that was 40 mil. I remember Sigurdsson was like 45, 46 mil. So it's like, if we were spending that kind of money, we'd be laughing, man. And they spent quite a big. And they were trying to sign Zaha for like 60, 70 mil. So
yeah.
But then after Everton, we got Newcastle. I think Newcastle will take that. I think they might even change their manager. I don't know what's happening with the thing. Takeover. I think I heard someone else trying to buy it now.
So I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I think they need to get that Mike Ashley out of the club. But then again, Newcastle does spend like some money though. Like they spent 40 million on the striker.
It needs to be sorted. Now season's done. It's like
now they can sort it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, innit? Get it done so you know like how we're gonna move in the transfer window.
We're linked to players let's be honest, that are Newcastle level, but then if the takeover's happening, we're linked to higher players, isn't it? Like,
yeah, of course.
It's like, what's going on? Like, it has to be sorted because the season's done now.
But the good news is the transfer window is open till like October now, so you've got plenty of time. So even when the season starts, you still got like a month to buy. Under Newcastle, Crystal Palace, who got their first point in the last 6 games.
Bruv, luckily for Palace that they were safe from day in it, man, because
Palace at one point, Palace at one point were like 9th, 8th, like they were on level points with us. And I was like, they won like 5, 6 in a row, and then obviously after restart, certain players just can't think. Brighton 15th, that's sick for Brighton.
They'll take that as well.
I think Brighton were looking. They were
in the conversation at a certain point, weren't they?
And they were looking bad at one point as well. But things made some play good for that. What's it, Porter guy? Made some play decent football. Then we got West Ham. I'm not sure West Ham. I mean, West Ham fans will take that right now.
Of course, yeah.
But at the start of the season, you're in a relegation battle. You're spending this much money.
Yeah, man.
They're like Everton, as in they'll sign the 40 million.
Yeah.
Well, how much was thing? What's his name? Haller, whatever his name is. 40 mil?
Probably wasn't it around that? Yeah.
It was around 40 mil.
All part. Full.
So I'm not sure. And there were 49 points. And then let's get on to the relegation. A big thing. So obviously there was a battle between Watford, Bournemouth, and Villa. It could have gone anyway.
Yeah, it really could have.
Bournemouth actually ended up winning their game. Watford lost their game. Because Aston Villa got that draw, it saved them. It's
crazy.
It's crazy. I feel sorry for Bournemouth because I think they're going to be affected the most. Because they're like I think Eddie Howe probably has to leave now. He's been there for how long? And it just shows that he tried to play one brand of football. They had some horrible buys for some reason. They just used to spend all their money on Liverpool players, like
dead food players. Yeah, man.
Solanke 20 mil, Jordan Ibe. Step up your scouting, man. And then you spend most of your budget on them type of players. It just didn't work out, unfortunately, for Bournemouth. Watford, though, biggest L. Look,
for real.
2 games ago, they were outside of the relegation zone. Obviously, they were only like 1 or 2 points ahead, but they decided to sack their manager. Now, I'm not saying this manager is like a sick manager, but at the moment, he's got you out of the relegation zone. So you sack him. I don't know what they was. Were they expecting like a new manager bounce? Did they even hire?
I think they put in, was it Hayden Mullins or something? Someone who was really and someone else as the.
So they were expecting a new manager bounce or something for the last 2 games, and they ended up getting relegated instead.
It's an even bigger L. You sack your manager 2 games to go, then still get relegated.
Something must have happened. So why would you sack?
That's what I think, innit? Because for you to sack, man, with 2 games to go, and he's done all right as well.
I reckon
he must have put his hands around the chairman's neck or something.
No, I swear he's done that before, didn't he? Like fight someone.
So I think he's got previous history, man, for being a bit of a
man. Makes sense, because I read that he still would have got paid if they stayed up. So he would have got his bonus or whatever for keeping them up. But you sacked him. That don't make sense.
There's got to be
something.
It must be a justifiable reason where it's like you can't continue.
Yeah, because I don't think
sacked on the spot.
Unless like don't judge me. Watford owners put some big money on them getting relegated, and they're gonna sell up after this.
Would they really get that much? Because if the manager's gonna get money for keeping them up,
then the Wigan owner apparently told some Philippine investors put money on Wigan getting relegated. So everyone put bare money on Wigan getting relegated. Wigan started doing well. The guy's like, how do I get them relegated? Put the club in administration. They got minus 12 points. I think Wigan actually got to end up getting relegated as well. Guys are cleaning it. But I can't think of why an owner was even if he done something wrong, keep him for the last 2 games, and hopefully he can keep you lot up. You keep your 100 million or something, then sack him.
That's what
even if you have to pay him 1 or 2 mil for surviving, give him his bonus and tell him to like fuck off after. Bro.
It's them ones where as soon as it hits the 90th minute, might as well put out a tweet, say,
don't even sell it.
Pearson sacked it, bro.
Pat your
do it like that. So if you want to take the piss, do it like that.
Yeah, thank you for surviving. And
exactly, thanks for your service. On to the next one. But obviously, something must have happened, which we may never know, innit? Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't.
And then, so Bournemouth, Watford, and obviously Norwich are going down.
Yeah,
Villa went down. What's his name was definitely going to get.
Grealish.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it happened in an FM game, like, but man went to West Ham. Man went to West Ham over Man U. Come on. No, but I did try to shag him on the contract though. What he wanted, I was like, nah.
Yeah, like, he just got relegated.
Like 15K a week.
I gave man something decent, but it's like you're not that guy. You're coming from a relegation team. Like,
well, exactly. It's not your main start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who would you take from? So let's say Norwich. I think we've been linked with their right back, Aaron's. Other than that, I'm not really sure.
Who they even got?
Pookie. Remember Pookie?
He fell off though. Like, he was going on wicked. He
was on fire, man.
I remember someone gassed me to put him in my fantasy team. Didn't score a single goal for 6 months after.
Man, like Pookie, flip it now, bro.
Pookie. I think he's staying in Championship. That's what. But I see the Aaron's. I can see him going. Watford has some decent players.
Norwich have also got that Hernandez who seems alright, man.
Who's Hernandez?
I think is he like a winger or something? Bit tricky. So not Watford, Norwich.
Norwich.
Yeah, he seems alright, man. Seems like he's got something in him. But sorry, continue.
And they got thing as well. Cantwell.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he'll go.
Yeah.
Watford. Who does Watford have?
Sarr.
Right.
Sarr's a decent player. Like he's very raw.
You'd expect him to get a move, yeah.
Very raw, but under right coaching, he could be definitely a decent player, man. I think he's sick.
Man said Trey Deeney. What do you think he can cut it? Yeah, in the top flight still. Like, would you take him, Duke?
No.
Well, you take Trey Deeney.
I'll take Trey Deeney,
Hey.
Back up.
But no.
He might be a good sub player. Like...
You're saying that just because of his like back and forth at Arsenal, man. That's why you're saying
I'll
that.
take. No. You're burying him, man. Just put him on top 10 minutes. That's the last 10 minutes. Just holding off players, man. Obviously, I wouldn't expect him to start and stuff, but
nah.
I'd rather have like someone like Giroud. That's my number one backup striker. If I could take one, realistically, I'd take a Giroud. Watford. Who else they got? Delafeu. He's been injured.
I forgot about that guy totally. Yeah. True.
He could have done He could have done something. He's
Probably
he's
he's gonna move.
Yeah.
What about Decore?
Decore, another player. I don't think he's
I don't think he's had that good a season.
Yeah, you know
But-
what?
Watford's got some players, definitely.
Yeah, a few.
It's all down to the manager, who the next manager is. If he can convince them, look,
Nah, man,
this
it's
is
done.
the project to get me there.
Watford have been in the Prem for a long time, man. Them players on Prem wages, I guess. Like,
what you man saying? Danny Welbeck's though? Like,
that's
This
Man,
is
take
his
him,
level
yeah?
now, man. This is where he belongs now, man.
yeah, that's it.
like Wolves.
He nearly scored a back heel today. Could have made it 3-3, but
Agent Welbeck, man. He wasn't trying to score.
But other than who have they got? They got that. Is it Pereira? Is it not Pereira? Is it Pereira? Argentinian guy or Uruguay. He came from Juventus.
Oh yeah, Pereira. Yeah,
Pereira or somewhere.
Pereira, yeah.
He probably move.
Roberto Pereira.
Yeah, you probably move Italy, Torino or something like that. That's his level.
Better than playing in the champs in the championship. I tell you.
Well, ain't thing going to
no joke though. Like,
yeah, it's a hard league, man.
No, yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. So someone
bro,
like Pereira,
they play what 46 games a season.
Yeah, championship's
Like,
harder than most other.
it's a mazza.
I'd rather play in Italy than championship.
Yeah, let me go. That's what I'm saying. I'll go. I'll play for Torino or
exactly. But what?
Brescia. Like, I don't mind.
Ain't thing going Udinese? What's his name? Longstaff from Newcastle.
I know.
I ain't heard about that one.
Yeah.
It was apparently. He was going because they
I don't know if he's going, but there's talks.
they were offering like, I think Newcastle were offering like 10, 15K. I think Udinese were like 30K.
Man's going for money to sit on bench. Like.
Yeah,
obviously free transfer, obviously, but
it's Italy now have tax breaks, isn't it?
Because he's on like 60.
Offer more money.
He's on 950 or something.
That's why they try to link Messi to it, like saying that Messi to Inter.
Yeah, Conte shut that down straight away. It's like, you lot are in fantasy land or something.
I said he wouldn't even in a fantasy team or something like that.
Boy.
I said no. They're saying that Messi's dad's in Italy and all them things there, and he's moving to Italy.
I hate them.
I think his dad is moving to Italy, but then they were trying to like put 2 and 2 together and be like, yeah.
Well, what about Bournemouth? What players have they got?
They got a few.
Ake. Apparently he's going to City. I think City are after.
Yeah. Those
that'll be good.
They were saying
I'll take Ake.
Yeah,
They got King, Wilson.
King Wilson. That's apparently Wilson can go for 10 mil or something. I read.
Yeah, if they get relegated.
That's someone that I'd take as well. Like backup striker.
Yeah,
Lanky.
That Brooks you as well.
Oh yeah, Brooks. He was decent when he first come on the thing. And, I think they're gonna struggle the most. I think because all their players are.
Dennis.
I think he'll still stay. He will stay, but I think like the King, Wilson. They got that. Was it Lerner? They got Lerner.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Ake's gonna be a big blow for them as well. So it's a shame, man. It's a shame when this happens, but you know.
So yeah,
what would you doing for the whole season?
That's the question. That's the question, isn't it? Really?
Like you feel bad for them, but it's like Norwich. I don't give a shit because you just
because they were gone from time.
Yeah, but like these one that waited for the last day to,
and it's one of them ones where it's like any one of those three could have like jumped out of the relegation zone, so you can't even really call it.
When you deep it, like things last. Watford last 5 games, they won twice in a row, then lost 3 on a bounce. So you're telling me. So let's say the last 2 is without the manager. So he won 2, lost his last game, and they sacked him. I was like, you're just thinking, surely all they needed is maybe like a draw or 2. It would have been fine.
Why would you shake up a team like that?
Yeah, it don't make sense, does it?
2 games left, and you're like, boom, like they're coming into training next day. Oh, man's gone.
That's what I'm saying. The way you find out as well.
Like, what? What do you mean? Like we got 2 games left.
Yeah.
We're trying to survive.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the man, what the?
Trey Deeney knocking on the chairman's office saying, like, what happened? Like,
it legit makes no sense. 2 games.
Yeah.
Could understand if there was a few games left and you're like, you know what? I don't think he can keep us up. We need to make a change now.
Innit? Yeah.
2 games and you're out of the relegation zone.
Yes, it's dumb.
And not only that is that if you do still end up getting relegated, having sacked, man, it looks even worse.
Of course it does.
Because you probably have to pay man Pearson off.
and now you lost 100 mil.
That's what I'm saying. And then now you're
Forget that. You lost 100 mil.
So it's like, boy.
And the same with like Bournemouth went to Everton and won as well. Like, and who else did they beat? They beat Leicester as well. And they still get relegated.
Yeah, that's tough, isn't it?
Mad.
But that's the thing. I feel sorry for Eddie Howe, but he probably needs to leave that club as well.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him in another club.
Maybe it's time.
Because he's been there for God knows. He carried them to the Prem. They stay in the Prem for God knows how long. But I think, these teams, without their home fans, lose so much points, man. That's the thing.
It changes everything.
That's the thing. Like, maybe Watford at home would have been with some fans. That could have loss would be a draw. Same with Bournemouth. If they had their fans, they don't have the biggest stadium. They have like 11,000 people. So they probably need a home support and stuff like that even more.
Yeah.
And it's just, Bournemouth probably didn't think Villa was going to get anything from West Ham.
That's the thing as well. Because I looked at that game and I was like, yeah, as much as West Ham were a bit of a mess, I was like, yeah, that's West Ham got that.
Yeah, because West Ham, technically, they won 1-2, lost, no, 1-2, drew 2. So they were decent form last 4 games. So you're thinking, oh, maybe. But, boy.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's tough. I feel sorry for that. And the thing is, yeah, it's like if I'm a fan of one of them clubs, it doesn't even feel real because like there's no fans at the thing, no one's upset. Like everyone's just carrying on as normal. And then
exactly
next year, it's like next season, it's gonna hit you when everything starts to hopefully touch wood get back to normal. When fans are being loud, but it's sad. But what can you do?
That's football, isn't it, man? But Villa are laughing because if Grealish goes, we're probably talking 20 M's on top of what you would have gone for if they got relegated.
100%. They're gonna do.
So they're
I think he's definitely. If I was them, I'd definitely cash in now, just in case.
But he's young though, man.
No, it's not nothing to do with him. Like,
you just mean get that money.
Like, because if you have him. And you're flirting with relegation. So imagine you had him, you got relegated, and his value. So you already lost like 100 mil, and now you have to sell him for 20 mil because there's no way he's playing championship football now.
I don't get all this thing. Like, if you're signed to my team, like, you're going for what I told you to go. I don't care about the championship. I don't care.
That door knock when it's like, oh, boss, I don't think this is my level.
I play Football Manager. Yeah. Go if I say you can go in it. Like.
But then it's like, then the other players are like, boss, we're not happy how you treated this player. And then like morale's low. The morale's low.
For unrealistic stuff. No, the amount of man that's trying to come to me about new contract. No.
Oh, but they think
you deserve. No, I'm the manager. Yeah, when I say, innit?
Duke's getting the sack, innit? Like,
I'll just leave, man. Innit? Like, what? And it's all of a sudden, they're happy that now. You're happy now, yeah. Yeah, fair, man.
But football's back in like 6 weeks.
Was it like mid-September or something? Or
mid-September. And we've got
still got Europe as well.
So we got FA Cup final next week. Then we got the Champions League, Europa League. Then you got the Euro Nation. Then you got Premier again. So the teams like
these
Wolves
teams need to get on job with rotation.
Well, yeah.
They need to be bringing in reserve players and rotating.
The thing like Wolves, United, whoever, maybe City, their players might only get like a 2-week summer break. That's mad. It's like, and then the season starts again from scratch.
That's what I'm saying. Rotation is needed.
So yeah,
definitely.
Like we're not in Europe, so we at least our players get a month off. But like United, Wolves, or City, anyone that's gonna go maybe far in Europe, boys, they're looking to get 2 weeks off max, and then I'd imagine when the season starts, they'll probably rest. You got to start that resting already, like before the season starts. You don't even get a preseason.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what about preseason?
There's no preseason. There's no preseason. There's no preseason of that, man.
Because they have to book a few friendlies here just to.
I don't think they. Do they have time? They don't have time though, do they?
Can't.
Because literally, I think end of August is like the final. So like if they finish like semis or stuff like that, so it's like at max you got 3 weeks. You got to give the players like at least a week off. It's like maybe you can fit a friendly here and there, but they're in their eyes
behind closed doors.
You don't need a friendly because you've been playing football for the last 2 months or something. So they're like, just carry on. But it's just
it's mad though.
It's gonna be a lot of injuries then, I guess. Or when it comes to like December times, boy, players gonna be like flat out. I'd imagine no break. Or there is gonna be a winter break though, isn't it, or something? But that might be it.
But then, how long is a winter break though?
It's 1 week. 1 week. It's on and off, so it's like half the teams will play 1 week break, and then the rest of the teams will play on that second week. And they had the first break, and it's just like that. It's not even a real winter break like the other leagues. The other leagues get like 2.5 weeks off, like no football,
no football at all.
Yeah, you can't do that in the Prem because TV money, and you can't get rid of Christmas fixtures. So
that's what I'm saying.
So it's a league,
especially trying to get that Corona money back as well, man. They're gonna milk it for all.
But they are saying October time. What Boris said, October times there is going to be crowds in sporting events. But yeah, he says that, and apparently they're going to be like 50% capacity. So they're gonna do a couple of friendly games. Apparently they're saying the Community Shield is going to be like one of the first ones they're going to practice the fans, and then we'll see that. Hopefully the fans do get back, because I ain't gonna lie, some of these games, watching them just in silence. Didn't feel
quite the same. Innit?
Didn't hit as normal, man. Didn't hit as normal.
Yeah. But then imagine a half empty stadium.
I mean,
obviously it's something because people can make a lot of noise still.
Yeah, I'm sure you can still.
It's gonna feel a bit.
You're gonna hear. It's not gonna be like 10 minutes. You gotta remember, it's gonna be like.
It'll still be a lot.
But United be 40,000 people. Like it's not gonna be a thing. But speaking about football, next week we have got the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Chelsea fan. I was a Chelsea fan today. I'm a Chelsea fan next week. That's all I want. Chelsea win. They came through today.
Yeah, they did their job.
They need to make sure they do their real job next week.
Secure that trophy. Yeah.
I'm going for definitely a Chelsea win, Giroud winner as well. What are you saying, Duke?
Yeah.
Chelsea got this, I think.
You reckon?
3-0.
I think with Arsenal, yeah. Did I expect them to beat Liverpool? No.
To be honest, Liverpool just
but
they're playing
the luck. Imagine the luck though. Virgil just passes the ball to them, open goal. Alisson just gives them the goal as well. So I'm thinking, okay, that's luck. You can pass something. Then the City game, City were awful. Couldn't do anything. And Arsenal just countered them, and it was pretty comfortable. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable for them. I'm like, so now when they play Chelsea, I'm like, is it going to be the same, or is it? So I'm like, how's a team can be so poor
and then go and beat the best two teams in the league? Yeah.
So it's like, just how does that make sense?
Then look what happened.
But then in the next game,
they lost to Villa or something.
Typical Arsenal, man.
Villa, you know. Like, come on.
They lost to Villa. But the goal was a banger as well. But yeah, I don't know. I just have
to see. But then at the same time, bro, when the stakes are high, they like to bottle things, man. So
and Chelsea are very good in finals, aren't they?
Yeah,
especially Europa. They played them in the Europa final, and then
what's the score? 3-1, 4-1.
Yeah, Giroud scored. I think Hazard. That was Hazard's last game, I think.
Yeah, Hazard's last game.
I don't know. Chelsea's.
And there's not really pressure on Chelsea as well. Like, they don't. Obviously, a trophy for Lamps would be big, innit?
That'd be a very good season for Lampard.
It would be
top 4 and a trophy.
Mm.
That would be a very good season. What happened to them in Europe? Were they in Europe?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
They're still in Champions.
Yeah, they're in.
Oh yeah, yeah. 3-0. They got smacked by Bayern. They got smacked by
Bayern.
Yeah, I think that's a write off.
That shit. I mean, it better be a wrap.
That was a write off. They've only got one game as well, so it's like But yeah, that's a good season for if he gets a. And
I'd say so.
But like if Arteta wins FA Cup on his first managerial job,
that's
like first ever job, like they're like this is your first big job. No, this is my first job.
That's what I'm saying. From putting out cones for Pep,
that's what I'm saying,
to winning the FA Cup, in 3 months or 6 months or whatever it was,
as well as beating them as well.
Exactly. So you'd have to put respect on that.
Yeah, that'd be a big thing for Arteta, especially.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not trying to hear that gash from Arsenal fans. If they would, no.
They finished 8th, and then
that's what I'm saying. Finish 8th, yeah.
Finished, man.
That's actually mid-table, isn't it?
That's
like 8th to 12th. It's all mid-table.
It's that area where there's just nothing. Like
it's like you can't get excited.
It's just a point. It's just pointless, isn't it?
Finishing 8th it's a bad season, isn't it?
It's
a bad season for Arsenal when you think they finished like 1 point off Champions League last season. Spent big. Like got the Pepe's, got Luis, got Ceballos, got whoever Tierney. They got that Saliba for next year, so it'll be. I don't think Arteta is going to have that much money next season.
That's what it looks like.
That's the reason why he even got hired. To be fair,
yeah. And then Orba, that's not been settled, has it? Although I feel like he'd probably stay in it. I think he's
going to stay. I just think he's just.
He's a side man, yeah. The thing is, at his age,
I think he's just going to take the bag.
Go try and win something, man. Because he can pretty much go wherever in it. Like,
yeah, he could go Barcelona.
That's exactly. So go.
But he can. But what about if he takes 300 a week?
It depends, isn't it?
And I'll say 4 years as well. I'll say 4 years.
knowing that they're the ones that are under pressure in it, like
I'll say 4 years, 300k, and
I'll sign.
Ozil won't even on the bench, bro. They still got Ozil. So if Ozil can get 300, I'm gonna be a nice guy and say,
just give me. What's Ozil on, like 350 or 350?
350.
So you'd be like, look, I'm a reasonable guy. I'm not even asking for tough. Parity. So
just give me 300, but 4 years.
Okay, less.
4 years.
4 years.
So when I'm 30. 35.
He's probably going on 32 now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 31.
4 years, might be 36. I wonder where this pace will go.
But he's sick player still, so
if he's getting you 20 plus in the Prem,
because you take all out of that team, then what?
Finishing
that eighth is going to turn into 12th, 13th.
Exactly.
So I can easily see them winning. And then maybe if they win the FA Cup, Aubameyang will leave. He goes,
you think so? He's like, I've done my thing. I've taken you as far as I can.
Or then if they lose and it's like we lost the final, finished 8th. I can play.
There's nothing here.
I'm good enough to play for nearly any team in the world. If not, you can play for any team in the world, pretty much. So
exactly, and obviously they're rebuilding. So by the time they get back to where they should be, I'm gonna be 36, I'll be 35, exactly. So I might as well cut now.
Yeah. So,
but that'll be an interesting one. I can feel it though. He's on this sideman thing. He'll stay. That's
I just think he loves London. In the case where it's like, do I really want to go start, move my family again or something? Just like let me just take a long contract on higher wages and just chill and just chill my.
Because realistically, you can't get onto him. He's their best player, so he can.
Yeah, he's pretty much got a free pass.
He's captain as well.
He's a captain as well, so
they probably can't even talk to me anyway. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. I think that's a good place to end the episode. I guess this is the last episode, isn't it? Premier League's over, so
till it starts. So.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is not that 6 weeks.
I mean, we can have some maybe a Champions League special.
Champions
Or
League.
a Europa League special. We can do
Mm.
that, and that's in a couple of weeks. So.
Europa League as well.
Definitely.
We can do that, and then we can
transfer rumors and stuff.
Transfer
Yeah,
rumors
I'm
and
sure
stuff
there'll
like
be
that.
some big because there's definitely going to be some big moves. You know, Chelsea look like they're not playing games as well.
Yeah,
and now
definitely.
they've secured the Champs League.
That's what they.
You might even see Havertz, Chilwell done tomorrow, like because
mad.
They move. They look like they look like they're moving a bit efficient with the transfers. Werner was there in the stands watching the game.
Yeah,
was he?
Yeah, masked up there. I was like, boy.
I know Ziyech was there as well, like last
is
week
it?
with Mars.
Okay,
Last week, I remember.
Can't the men play though? Couldn't they play?
No, man, they're not registered.
No. There's
gotta
a
be registered from last
registration window, isn't it? Yeah. I think you can register people in January as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would have been another opportunity, but other than that.
If they were registered, but they were still playing for the other clubs, so they couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, it's been emotional, man. I'm happy with how my team's done. Final word, D-Butt, are you content with your season as a Spurs fan?
Happy we managed to park the bus to six to Europe.
Duke Togo, happy with your season, content?
It's all right. Just want to get this takeover thing sorted.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see what can we go out and get a Coutinho and all that, man. Just get that done ASAP. But yeah, that's it. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Stay safe.